This program is brought to you by presented by ACA Brace Production and Marketing Incorporated in cooperation with PHILEXPORT, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Welcome to Business and Beyond. The country's agriculture sector has remained an underachiever in a domestic and global market that continues to grow in size and demand. In this episode, we look at the case of sugar, which issues on low productivity and high costs have resulted to a diminishing share of the market and competitiveness of the food processors. We listen to the views of government and private sector stakeholders who are both looking for institutional solutions to problems that have hounded the industry for decades now. Welcome back to Business and Beyond. Local food processors are again expressing their grave concern over an important ingredient in their production, sugar. Maasim daw ang asukal na nabibili nila sa domestic market. And why? The increasing cost of sugar has reportedly diminished further their competitiveness and making them lose their market share in ASEAN. We hope that this discussion will give us leads to how we can finally address this issue which has haunted the sector for decades now. Joining us in this discussion are three extremely busy gentlemen, and so I'm glad that they are here today. Representing the government sector is the Administrator of the Sugar Regulatory Administration, Administrator Hermenegildo Serafica. Welcome, sir.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. And echoing the voice of the private sector is the Agriculture and Food Champion of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Philippine Exporters Confederation, Inc., the Export Development Council, and the Philippine Food Exporters and Manufacturers Organization, Inc., Mr. Roberto Amores, our birthday boy.
Thank you and welcome to this show.
Last but not the least is the Director of the Export Marketing Bureau of the Department of Trade and Industry and the Executive Director of the Export Development Council, the highest export policy-making body of the land, Director Senen M. Perlada. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Lisa, and good evening to our televiewers.
Thank you. All right, so we go to the discussion immediately. And since mayroon akong guest host, siya yung pagtatrabahuhin ko. Sir, take it away.
Can you share with us your assessment of what the SRA has done to assist the sugar industry and what sort of assistance the agency has implemented to be able to assist specifically the productivity of the sugar industry? And in turn, I hope that Mr. Bobby Amores can also share with us what the private sector has done in order to assist the industry a robust and competitive one.
Ever since before, the sugarcane industry survived on their own. There had been no government subsidy from the beginning. There was this law, the Sugarcane Industry Development Act of 2015. The money was released last quarter of 2016. So in effect, the funds were available by 2017. Now under GAA, there was this subsidy of 2 billion pesos a year. 1 billion will go to infrastructure, meaning to roads, to farm-to-market roads and bridges. 15% goes to socialized credit. 15% goes to research, development and extension. 15% goes to black farm and 5% goes to scholarship. And those fertile sugarcane plantations were either converted to rice or planted into other crops because sugarcane production needs a lot of capital. 92% are small farmers, 5 hectares and below. Only 8% now are with corporate farms. So there are about 80,000 sugarcane farmers and 5 million dependents Under the SIDA, they are given startup capital, while the multinationals, they offer 45 to 50,000 pesos per hectare per year, advance 5 years, with a signing bonus of 100,000. One of the reasons of the drop of production this crop year is the change of crop, specifically in Bukidnon. For small farmers that were planting sugarcane shifted to other high-value crops, meaning they had it rented to the multinationals, because sugar land only is about 7 to 10,000 per hectare per year. Weather is a very key factor in sugarcane farming. Now, if there is not so much sunlight, so it rains, then there is no photosynthesis because it's covered by clouds. Farm mechanization is the only way to go to be competitive.
At the end of the day, our price of sugar is at the highest in ASEAN. How can we compete? No, we understand the plight of the farmers. That's why we already have introduced projects to our farmers we call crop substitution. Ang bottom line dito, we are in an emergency situation of being competitive. The playing field has never been leveled off. Under ASEAN Free Trade Agreement, we can import minatamis na produkto, nata de coco, banana, and nangka coming from ASEAN, Vietnam, and Thailand. The reason why they're competitive, they're only paying 25 to 28 pesos per kilogram of sugar. If there are 80,000 farmer beneficiaries na sugar, there are more than 50 or 60 million people that will be affected, including consumers and the domestic processors. We must also understand 99.6% of the work of the domestic business industry are MSMEs. Kaya po kami humihingi ng tulong sa gobyerno, DA and SRA, to allow us to import under a quantitative measure in order to avoid displacement of our farmers. How do we compete with the 25 to 28 pesos per kilogram that our neighbors are paying for their sugar? We understand all the situations that have been explained with regards to the conditions of the farmers. Talagang may productivity problem up to this moment. Infrastructures have not really been completed. But we cannot keep on waiting until all these things have happened and in place. No? How can we go about to meet a neutral ground where we will be allowed to import selectively? Government agencies can be allowed to import under the CEPT Act. We will be allowed to import only from ASEAN member states in order to avail of certain benefits on duties on a quantitative value. At this point in time, with the expanding domestic demand and the need of the domestic processors to really process raw goods, raw material from indigenous source, and ingredients that are competitive, sugar, salt, etc. Because this will really generate a good impact on business and employment. Meron na pong mga sector na nagbe-benefit because exporters na sila. Wala na pong problema. Very competitive po yan. Lumalaban po sa international market. Our dried fruits, our frozen fruits that are being re-exported through a tax-free importation of sugar are very competitive.
If the privilege of exporters to import can be extended to the domestic food processors for a limited quantity, then there can be more competitiveness for them. On this note, I'd like to thank our guests, Mr. Amores, and thank you, Administrator Serafica. And of course, Director Senen Parlada, thank you. Business and Beyond will be back.
So actually nowadays, parang ang ganda ng ng export in Jensen with regards to tuna because we have a lot of supplies. Some problems encounter is yung wala kaming raw materials. But if the raw materials is just enough, the export will really also in volume. Para sa ngayon, we are really on the high volume of export. Kung minsan nauubusan kami ng tao in our plant. So mas gusto nila dun sa malls kaysa dun sa mga canning factories. It's the right time for the government to have and to focus on the tuna management plan that they are now starting to do for us to conserve tuna natin on our Philippine Sea. Some of us also have import our raw materials. We imported fish chilled tuna from Taiwan and other, but it's not really enough to cater the need of the export producer in tuna. There are so many micro, small and medium enterprises that go into tuna value-added product. Actually, the MSME in our region, mahirapan talaga mag-export because of the accreditation that our buying is looking for. Like for example, the license to operate, so mahirapan sila magkuha ng FDA because yung requirements is very marami at the same time, very strict for them na yung i-inspect yung plant nila na ganun lang siya kaliit. So parang hindi talaga sila kaagad makapasa. Besides from FDA, yung other mga B4 accreditation because it's on fishery product. So cover din sila.
More competitive peso. Now we can receive more pesos for every dollar earned. There's, let's say, road supposed to be part of the Anahari, the old Santa Ines Road in Tanay. And in 1976, NEDA approved a 20-meter wide road, but up to now, it's not built.
Ang aming business po ay 14 years na in the making. Nang dahil po sa tulong ng Go Local at ng OTOP, ang aming pong income ay lumalaki. Ang production po namin ay lumaki rin. Lumaki rin po ang aming employment. Marami po kaming natutulungan ng mga out-of-school youth sa aming factory. Nabibigyan po sila ng trabaho ng dahil sa aming company. Sa tulong din po ng Department of Trade and Industry. Raw materials namin sa kasoy, palagi pong nagtataas. Kuminsan po nahihirapan po kami sa pagkuha ng raw materials namin. The law of supply and demand. Sana po ang Department of Agriculture matulungan yung mga farmers natin na magtanim ng mga kasoy at hindi na po kami mag-i-import sa ibang bansa.
What started as a home care manufacturing company is now a producer and advocate of health products. The company is now ready to explore the export market because of a successful domestic reach.
So for 17 years, embroidery yung naging business ko. And after that, nung dumagsa yung mga China products, so humina siya, kaya nag-stop ako. Marami kasi akong naririnig, nababasa tungkol sa mga health problems like diabetes. Sabi ko, bakit hindi ako magkaroon ng product na makakatulong sa health ng tao. So, nag-start kaming mag-formulate ng kape. Ito nga yung Glorious Blend. Sabi ng isang doktor na isa sa formulators, sabi niya, merong halaman na ginagawang sweetener. Sabi niya, healthy sugar substitute. Yun nga yung stevia. So, ito yung sweet and fit na stevia. Ginagamit namin si stevia sa iba't ibang variants ng coffee na dinadagdagan namin ng mga herbs.
Okay. Bakit 7-in-1 po yung coffee? 3-in-1 lang yung naririnig ko.
Kaya siya 7. The coffee, the creamer, the stevia. We have the malunggay, the mangosteen. Meron din tayong Goto Cola, ito yung maganda, memory enhancer siya. Ngayon, nasa mga leading supermarkets and drugstores, as sweetener, 0 calories siya. Zero fats, 0 carbohydrates, 0 cholesterol. So, very healthy siya na gamitin as sugar substitute. Into studies, it helps nourish the pancreas to produce insulin. Ang dami-dami niyang mga nutrients din.
What about exports? Are you planning to go to export?
Yes. Ang tagline nga namin is to grow local and go global.
Good. How many employees po do you have and how are you linked to the farmers that you are working with?
Sa ngayon, meron na kaming more than 100 employees. Yes, kasi bukod yung distribution, bukod yung processing plant, ang magandang parte ng business natin, from farm to processing plant to
Also integrated
distribution,
kayo.
yes.
Oh, that's good.
Hindi tayo gumagamit ng chemicals sa pagpo-process. Lahat water-based lang siya. And we practice organic farming, other herbs, tayo din yung nag-grow. Kaya alam natin, ang quality niya ay dapat maiko-compete natin sa iba.
Okay. So, this is your chance to invite our viewers to buy and try our products.
Sa ating mga viewers, ito po yung good news na meron na tayong local stevia. Ito po yung sweet and fit stevia na kung saan sa ating pagbili, matutulungan din natin yung ating mga magsasaka para masustain nila yung maayos na buhay. And sana po ay bumili kayo ng ating mga products, yung Glorious Blend, 7-in-1 coffee, 7-in-1 choco, meron din tayong brown rice coffee, ang ating sweet and fit stevia powder, meron din po tayong stevia tea, at ini-invite ko din po kayo na mag-visit sa ating stevia farm sa Bukawi, Bulacan, kung saan nanggagaling yung ating stevia powder na mabibili sa mga leading supermarkets and drugstores. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much po, ma'am.
Sa nakikita ko talaga, ito yung pag-asa ng mga maliliit na mamamayan, lalo tayong magsasaka at mangingisda na umunlad.
Yung ating mga beneficiaries, nagkakagulo dyan, nag-gymnasium. Dahil namigay na kaagad talaga, nag-lunch na, namigay na.
Ito ay pondo ng gobyerno na napakalaking tulong sa amin, sa lahat ng mga mahirap.
Medyo nalampasan ko sila, hinahabol pa po nila ako, sila pa yung nagbabayad. Ganun po sila ka-sincere.
Natutuwa ako dito sa P3 dahil individual na bibigyan direkta, na may sariling pinalalaking negosyo.
Ay, ito pong nakuha ko sa BPI ay 80,000 po, almost 2,500 lang po yung naging tubo. Kaya po napakalaking alwan.
Ay, malaking tulong po naman. Kung ikukumpara doon sa dati, imagine 10% tapos naging ano lang, wala pang 2%, di ba?
Alam na alam nila, every daily life na nila yung 5%. So sa atin naman hindi ganun. So much more na mas madali sila makabayad.
Mapapaikot mo talaga. 'Di ba? Yung difference ng 4%, malaki talaga 'yun. Sa halip na bayad mo pa sa nila, mapupuhunan mo pa 'yun.
Uy, malaking pagkakaiba dahil napakaliit ang porsyento ng P3. Samantalang ang sa tao ay napalaki, 10%. Almost, isipin mo, everyday kang maghuhulog ng ganun.
Ang dami pong individual na nagpapautang dito na akala mo ang lalaki na ng pinapautang pero wala namang business permit para magpautang.
Kung gusto nyo, mangutang po tayo sa sa DTI, sa P3. Sabi ko namin, para kumbaga po, yung pera magagamit mo ng maayos at saka konting-konti lang po talaga ang tubo. Compare po doon sa 5-6. Minsan po kasi sa 5-6, pag hindi ka nakahulog, gagalitan ka pa. Ganun.
Yung inuutang po namin 10,000 sa Mumbai, ang nagiging tubo po noon ay 2,000. Kaya nabitawan na po namin yung mga utang namin dito na 5-6.
Wala pang 15% ng buong farmer population. Malaki pa ang market dito. Bali, ang kwan po namin kasi, ang area of operation is provincial, province-wide. Nasa 400 plus pa lang po. Pero pag maidagdag to, magpa 500 na po.
Yung pong mismo sa amin, nasa po, 1,400 plus. Pera pa po yung sa P3 sa SBC kasi pinagme-member namin sila eh. Para nandun yung pangangalaga namin. Mas masarap mag-finance sa kooperatiba. Kasi dito po, nagagamit ng kooperatiba, share capital. May dividendo silang tinatanggap sa kita. May patronage refund pa. May insurance pa. Life at saka crop. May savings pa. Ganon din po, sir, ang ginawa ko dito sa P3SBC. Nakakatuwa naman po kasi una, mga member lang narirelease namin na gusto magnegosyo o may negosyo. Hanggang sabi ko, sige, kasya na member kasi may P3 naman tayo, yung kay President Duterte. Nakako para talagang makatulong sa mga gustong magnegosyo. Piliin nyo yung talagang katiwa-tiwala na pumunta dito. Ang dami pong pumunta. Ang mga member na po ang nagpamalita.
So bali ang naging patakaran po namin kasi nadala na nga kami nung nakaraang mga panahon. Kasi dati parang character loan lang eh. Basta makakuan lang. So mali pala yung gano'n. Dapat pala para pag malasakitan nila yung kanilang inutang is dapat may taya sila na capital. Kung may capital ka na 10,000, makakautang ka ng 30,000. Talaga, aywan ko bakit yung iba ay ayaw pang sumapi. Sa nakikita ko talaga, ito yung pag-asa ng mga maliliit na mamamayan, lalo na yung magsasaka at mangingisda na umunlad.
The CERT Museum is part of the 1,000 Concepts Inc., which continues to drive experience economy in the Philippines by offering unique and millennial-approved tourist destinations. Business and Beyond is happy to get to know the man behind 1,000 Concepts, the Group Chief Operating Officer and the youngest COO in the country, Lawrence Lee.
So, Mr. Lan, sobrang curious ko na. Please, tell me all about you.
So this business is so difficult. So I started from a dishwasher.
Wow, dinger!
Yes, and then I transferred to the housekeeping division, and then they promoted me, and then as a room attendant, and then I receive an invitation here in the Philippines, and I go back here in the Philippines, and then I work as assistant general manager during my time.
This is the perfect example of starting from the bottom, and now
Yes.
you're here.
Yes. Welcome to Candy Cane Room.
Iba-iba talaga yung theme per room.
Yes. We have 8 rooms, so every season we change it. So this coming Halloween, we will change one room, and this coming Christmas, we will change the Christmas theme.
Wow!
Yes. You know, in this business, we make ourselves as influencer to our other group. So we make sure that our property are unique and wala kami pinagkokopyahan. So that's why that we make sure that everything, it should be nice, clean, and of course, uniquely designed.
Authentic.
Yes.
Wait, pa-selfie nga, Mr. Lan. Here for desserts, Master. Wow! May pa-dessert.
Yes, in every room, yes, that's for free. Every room in this dessert room, we are offering different kinds of dessert. And then that's made by our beloved chef. Hey, Cheska, welcome to Marshmallow Room. This is 1,000 marshmallow. It's like raining marshmallow to your head. Yeah. I share my time to my staff and talk to them and tap them and say, good job for this day. You know, that's the most important thing in this kind of business. Because you know, millennials right now is totally different. Maski palpak ang trabaho nila, parating mo sasabihin ng good job, good job. But once you get their heart, your business is really easy for you. I receive a lot of criticism with other people. Maybe that you're too young, you don't have any experience yet. But in this kind of business, first, you need to trust yourself. You need to trust what do you believe, and of course, believe in yourself. Lahat ng problema mo, lahat ng criticism, move it out, and then move forward. And then, eventually, you will be strong in this business.
So, Mr. Lance, I'm sure maraming nanonood ngayon na aspiring entrepreneurs. What could you share as an advice to them?
You know, I have only a secret ingredients in my life. You know, you need to make yourself inspiration to other people so that the people that you're working to, they will be inspired. So, very simple. don't do to others that you want others do unto you. So if you want to be respected, respect them also. Respect yourself. So eventually, you will work hand in hand and then to become, you know, a better business partner.
I see. Thank you so much, Mr. Lance, for
No
the
problem, no
wonderful
problem.
experience. Thank you for everything that you've shared.
Thank you.
And that concludes this week's episode. We hope that the episode has been engaging, educational, and exciting for you as it was for us.
Join us again next week for more engaging features. For comments, views, and suggestions, please follow our Facebook and Twitter page.
Remember, connections matter. Here at Business and Beyond.